welcome back to another episode of the Did I Lie podcast. Jaleesa's here.
Hola, Fatima. Omo, ¿cómo estás?
You learned that
just
today.
learned that right
I just
now.
learned it right now.
What's up, his name?
And Fatima has a couple of words for y'all. Right, girl?
Yes, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate every bit of feedback, streaming. If you decided to head over to YouTube, Apple Music, whatever it was that you took the time out of your day to listen to our little bitty growing podcast, we just want to say we appreciate you. We love you. Everyone that has shared, liked, comment, subscribed, we truly, truly just want to say thank you. We love you. Please continue the support because we have so much more in store. Okay, we love you. Thank you. Bye.
Yes.
We left the episode that y'all heard last. We left a little cliffhanger because we were talking about dating and talking about, going out, having fun, boy meets girl, girl meets boy. Y'all been dating a couple of weeks, months, a year, whatever it is. Y'all took y'all time. Y'all got to know each other. And then the question.
What are we?
And then we did a little dun. And here we are today. So it's the question. And, it's always, I don't know. What do y'all think about the question? Because we not men. Do men like the question? Do we ask the question?
Yeah, because
We do?
I kind of did like a corny ass bitch. I had to. Not that I had to. I kind of knew that we was starting to be monogamous, and we knew what steps we wanted to take next. But it's still in the back of your mind. You like, let me still ask.
But what you mean we?
Me and my man.
So y'all had conversations before because you didn't ask. You just said, and we knew we was monogamous, and we.
Well, what I'm saying is we knew is I can tell we were spending a lot of time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
We were always together. So it was kind of obvious that we were ready to take the next step. But I was like, let me just ask because he's never going to say nothing. I don't know. I wasn't 100% confident that he was going to be like, yeah, bitch, you mine.
Okay.
Oh,
so you took the initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't ask the question. I didn't ask what were we. I kind of felt like it was clear as day. What I did something similar, and I was like, when are you going to ask me to be your girlfriend? And he was like, right. So, because I wanted an official stamp date, August the 24th. Like, I wanted to know. So, my anniversary is next week, guys. But,
It's your anniversary.
So, yes, my stripper shoes are ready. So, yes.
You getting the P-Valley light ups like in the intro?
Not the light ups. I got the basic bitch ones, okay? They still like 7 inches, but they just a nude little platform, Cute. Exactly. They don't light up. I ain't Mercedes in here, big booty Mercedes. But so I just asked my version, like, am I your girlfriend? And he was like, I kind of thought you knew that. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I did. I felt that way, but I wanted to know. Like, I wanted you to say, yes, we're together exclusively. It's me and you.
As women, we need the
reassurance. That was my next question, because y'all know me. I feel like I'm a man sometimes. But we got to ask the questions. Why do women need that stamp? Why do we have to ask? Why do we have to put a title on it? Because those...
in season 1, episode 7 of Sex and the City, she didn't motherfucking ask, and Carrie was looking like an asshole.
On her front doorstep. Talking about, just tell me. You don't have to even say it to everybody else. No, what is it? What up? I need to know. And a bitch like me, I'm sorry, I'm a dog. Like, single, I'm a dog. So if we not together, I need to know who's next in the roster.
Who's next?
Right.
So we not traditional where people think that until you're married, you're single, you could do what you want.
No, I don't think that, because I feel like that's when you start to like fuck with people's emotions and things could go left and pop off. And I feel like you could, I feel like honestly you could steal money from someone, you could fight them black they eye, but when you fuck with somebody's feelings, that's when you see like a true beast come out.
Yeah.
So you got to be clear and have an understanding and be respectful. And even if you are in a relationship that there's no marriage just yet, that's to be respected as well.
Exactly.
Granted, you circling single on a piece of paper when you fill out your information, but you still have a soul tie to someone. You still have, you still have to honor the person that you are in a situation with, unless you aren't like what Samantha said. She said, oh, when they was having their affair on Sex and the City, she said, Aiden didn't say I love you, so that means it's not official. So that always resonated with me because maybe they weren't on that level yet.
Clearly.
So therefore, okay, I could do what I want because we not there yet. But once we there, I can't be disrespectful and just think I'm a single ass girl because I'm not.
So until you ask, in whatever way you need to solidify the title that we are boyfriend and girlfriend,
or girlfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, because we have
Shout
a
outs
lot of
to
people
We
who
is
listen
lit
to
up
the
in
show.
here. Shout
outs to
Okay,
y'all.
just saying.
What, Shanae, you mentioned it earlier. What are the we knew, I assumed, we did this. What are the steps that somebody needs to look at to be confident enough to ask the question and know that they're going to get the right response?
Look, y'all, for me, don't be listening to me. Don't be out here doing what the fuck I do. Just do you. But for us, it was like, my man, if he's at the crib every day and I'm cooking and I'm trying to be cute and we going on dates and we fucking every day, like, that's how I know, like, we together.
Okay.
It's real. If you picking up shit from CVS for me before you come in from work,
when you got your period and you go get the super jumbo tampons,
that's how you know you just with someone. It's y'all good now. We in a relationship.
But
Here comes Fatima.
you never know, and that's why I think like as
Exactly,
annoying.
you never know. As much as we want to say, oh, but we did this and we did this, because women, we have that problem.
And a
But we did
motherfucker will
this
be
and
quick to be like, but I
no,
never said we was
but I never
together.
said
I
Right.
never
So,
said this is official. I
I
never
ain't
said you
claiming
was
you in
my
these
girl.
streets.
Exactly.
and
So
we run into those quotes and those memes like, y'all bitches act wifey, or y'all bitches do wife things and don't have
a wife
title.
title.
And not even necessarily a wife title. You don't even have a girlfriend title.
Or wait.
You're
This
kicking it.
this mean a bond is better than a title, or whatever the fuck that mean
Whatever the
is.
fuck. Oh, we just vibing.
We vibing.
We just vibing.
But I
You
feel
know the
like
vibes.
for me this time, this specific relationship with my baby father now, I feel like I was more cautious and careful to jump ahead and get into a relationship. So I kind of knew that, oh, we together. Like we gonna be together. So I kind of knew.
Right.
Yeah.
So
went into
y'all
that.
lives just started meshing. Y'all started doing
Yeah.
shit together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Team.
For me, like, he was already my friend. Like, that was my dog. Like, that was my homie for real, for real. So we were already intertwined. We already spent every day together because we worked together and we sat next to each other and we went to lunch at the same time. So our time was we were always together. So I think that worked great because if there was something wrong, we could communicate that to each other because in a sense we were forced to, because I had to see you the next day. So it wasn't like we could avoid each other or not pick up our phones. Like, no, you at the train.
Ain't no
I'm
ghosting.
walking now. Exactly.
You
Ain't no
wasn't ghosting that
ghosting
nigga.
at all. So, for me, I know it could be a little uncomfortable to ask that question because one, you have to be comfortable with being vulnerable, which a lot of people aren't, because you're kind of like, you're letting your guard down and you're asking somebody like, hey, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Because I'm feeling like it's just me and you. Do you feel that way? Because you could take the hit of them being like, nah, like we just chilling.
Yeah.
Which
That's
sucks.
I know. Yeah. You gotta mentally prepare for it, but like I said, if you know what it is, you just ready to ask the question. You ready when you ready.
Right. And if they take it that way, then that's their loss. Like ultimately, because I'm pretty sure like whoever's listening to this, you're a great person. Even if you haven't reached your highest potential, like your heart is probably pure and good. Like, you know, most people that we know and love or don't even know. So it's just like, if someone doesn't respect your shit and it's just like, that's a dub, we not together exclusively, that's fine, move on about your business. But
Right.
don't stay, because I know girls that stay and they're being dragged along, and the person that they want to be with still isn't giving them what they deserve, and that's not fair to you.
And don't wait till you so into
Jaleesa.
deep that you can't even get yourself out of the fucking situation. Like,
Yeah.
just keep it all the way real with yourself is what I suggest. And, you know, always just keep it real with that other person. Like, all right, but, you know, you can't keep doing this, like, all this negative. You can't just keep up with this behavior. Like,
And
grow the
know when to
fuck
Because
up
step
deleting
at
me
one
away.
point.
on.
Grow the fuck
Right.
up.
Know when
Right.
to step away. Because that's the thing. Like, you can say all of that to somebody, but if you're sticking around for the shit, then that's kind of on you. So you got to take
Yeah.
responsibility for you too, and know when it's like, all right, this motherfucker ain't getting it together. Let me go on about my business, take my time to heal, and find the person that's meant to be for me.
Right.
Right.
Simple as that.
My situation was similar to you, Fatima. We met. Well, I've had two situations, completely different, complete opposites from each other. The first situation was the situation. We were at work. We were hanging out a lot more. Same lunch breaks. Same circle. We started going out to eat, you know, and then we were just kicking it. Met the family, you know, the did. Then finally we were like, okay, are we together? Fine. That didn't work after, you know, a certain amount of time. And then I went into the second situation, which was the second you were referring to. I'm that bitch that we were kicking it. Everything was good up until I was like, so what are we? What are we doing?
And then it went left.
And then it went left. The conversation was, I don't want to settle down. I'm not ready. We're kicking it. And so I was one of them bitches that was holding on until he was ready. And he's never been ready. But then for me, I grew out of that. Like, I stepped away from that situation because I'm like, I ain't going to be sitting here forever. Here I am today. So I have both sides. I have both, but the best of both worlds, because I know what it's like to have that confidence and know exactly that that person is going to say yes. And it's not even saying yes. It's a mutual understanding. We together, like, okay. But then on the other side, like, there comes a time where a woman.
So wait, let's go back. Do you believe when men say, or when people say
I don't
in general
believe shit
that
men say today.
let me finish the question. Now she making me fucking forget. Do you believe like when people say
They don't
that
want a relationship.
no,
Believe them.
that there's
Oh,
a
I thought I could
woman
finish
out
your
there for
shit.
every man? Maybe you just wasn't the one for him.
He
To...
said that to me.
No, I'm just asking.
Like, that's a question. Do you?
No, but who's saying that? Or is it a saying?
They. You know how they be saying they.
Basically, what she's
Yeah.
saying is like, do you feel like she said, there's a woman for every man, there's a man for every woman,
And I'm not that
then
one?
you weren't that for him.
Yeah, I believe that.
So therefore,
obviously.
instead of him just coming out and saying like, I don't think you're the one for me, but I like kicking it with you, which honestly, listen, this is for the men out there.
Tell the men, because men are not straightforward.
Let me just say this.
That's what I'm
There
asking.
are women out here that will respect your shit. If
Correct.
you say, I don't want a relationship right now, but I love kicking it with you, I'm having a good time with you, not every bitch is gonna be like, I'm busting your fucking tires and da-da and your wind. No. Some bitches will be like, okay, cool. And you gotta let her decide for herself.
To
or
stick
some
around
women,
or not.
right, you might be in a sticky situation with your past. Like, I done kicked it with niggas that was still kind of stuck in the past situation. But at
It's
the
only natural.
time,
We all human.
right.
It's just
It's about conversation, and people need to learn how to communicate. All you have to do is tell a girl or the woman that you're with, or, you know, maybe you don't want to be with her, but you like fucking on her, you like going out with her, whatever the case may
They
be.
not
But keep
saying
it.
that.
I know a lot of them aren't.
So
but
tell the men, because say it again, because they're not saying, they're not keeping it a buck. They're leading us on years and years.
Right. Like, I'll keep I'll go back to a situation I was in. You know, I met a guy and I really, really liked him. We really liked each other. I can distinctly remember walking down past St. John's High School, and I said to Shanae, "Oh, I think I love him." And she was like, "Don't tell him
Yeah,
yet.
bitch.
Don't tell him yet." And I was like, "Okay." And I think like 2 days later, he texts me, "I think I love you." And I was like, "See, Shanae, I fucking told you." And she was like, "Well, bitch, I was just trying to help." So after all of this, we're now saying I love you. Da 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 da. Come to
Would you
find
have
out,
felt differently had you said I love you first?
no, listen, I'm a hopeless romantic in a hard shell. Like when people see me, they probably think I'm unapproachable and I'm mean and I'm stuck up and I'm these are things people have told me. I don't see that when I see myself, but that's what people tell me. But my heart of hearts, like inside, I'm like gooey. Like I'm lovely and pink and rose petals and romance and I want to make everybody happy and love and laugh and all that type of stuff. So when people be like, "Oh, I thought you was gonna be da da da," I be like, "How?" Like,
It's
just
not
talk
even
to
me.
me, right? Just get to know me, please. But anywho, so yeah, so we had jumped into that full like, "I love you and I want to be with you and let's do this," and come to find out the motherfucker had a wife, a whole wife.
I've been
Said
there.
I do. He said
That's where
I
I'm at.
do at an aisle with a pastor, and he had on a white suit jacket that was too big, and her head was mad big, and her hair was stupid. But anyway,
You ain't
Okay.
so I find that out by doing my Instagram investigations. Okay, and this was years and years ago, so I'm not
That's
that
a
No,
girl.
no, no, no.
no.
Because you gave Jaleesa shit for doing FBI.
But I mean, like in today's world, I feel like now.
We did an episode
But
into FBI
let me just say
investigation.
Let me
this.
tell
Let me
you.
I'm
say
a
this.
pro. I'm
Everybody,
lieutenant.
No, ain't
everybody.
nobody pro like me.
I'm lieutenant.
I was running
investigation.
a nigga's Instagram while he was on the inside.
I hacked dudes. Yeah. Did you hack? I knew dude's password.
But yes, I get doing your investigations, but I also feel like sometimes when you look for shit, you get exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that
So
100%.
sometimes it's
Pack it up.
better to just let that be. But no, if you feel you gotta do that shit, do that shit. I'm just saying it's not for me anymore. But at the time, it definitely was. I found out what I found out. And I told him, like, I was honest with him. I was like, honestly, I didn't come into the situation thinking we were gonna fall in love. I came into the situation thinking we was gonna have a good time, have some drinks, have some links, and call it a day. We just
That was
happened
me
to
and my man now. And then look at us now.
exactly. We just happened to have fallen in love. So had you been like in the beginning when we was just kicking it, like, "Yo, I got a wife," and I would have been like, "All right," I definitely wouldn't have taken him serious. I probably would have went on like 1 or 2 more dates and never spoke to him again. But the
We some
point is
bitches.
I would have been fine with it because you being honest with me, and I would have chose what was best for Fatima. I would have chose like, okay, I'm not fucking with this. Like, I'm gonna just go on this date real quick. So I'm gonna pack it up, and then I would have blocked him. But taking the choice away from a woman or a man is not
It's fucked
right.
up.
You can't do that because now I'm stuck between my emotions and the truth. And sometimes your emotions look better than the truth. So you can't steer me in the wrong direction thinking you're doing more for me than I can do for myself. That's not fair.
Right. And it wasn't until I took control of that situation that I got better. Women, if y'all in that shit and if y'all in that situation, and I'm speaking from my experience, you got to take control of that situation, that friendship, relationship, entanglement, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because if you stick around and you're waiting for him, he's in control. He's texting you. He's calling you. He's going to see you when he wants to see you. I've been able to finesse certain situations because I am who I am, but it wasn't healthy for me until I took control of the situation and said, you know what? I'm out. And then there's men out there who come to realize who you are and want to chase you, or they may just, you answered their prayer that they're just going to move on and then you move on and that's it. If y'all remain friends, cool. But women, don't be nervous. All right, I'm trying to link this to like what's her name? Chrissy and Jim Jones, Love and Hip Hop, when she
Lord.
proposed to him.
And she got kind of shut down.
But he accepted though. And then the mother made the song.
I can't.
What I'm trying to say is traditionally a man is supposed to
orange
like
soda.
Oh, she got orange soda, y'all. Y'all can't see. We gonna screenshot that. traditionally a man is supposed to tell a woman, like, you my girl.
All right, fuck the traditional shit.
But
Like,
so women are out here just being the aggressors and then telling dudes what to do. That's what we doing in 2020.
no.
Like, you my man,
I
because
mean,
that's what you said.
but y'all already know that's my personality. I gotta. It's not even
Are we on
because
some Chrissy shit? That's the question.
I'm not proposing to no nigga. Never.
All right.
I will.
So
I will
how?
profess my love to you. Like, I love you to death. I want to be with you. You my one and only. It's me and you against the world. But I'm not proposing.
So that's still the man. But we can say, what are we?
So, okay. So, all right. Now you've asked the question. You've, both come to the understanding that you guys want to be in this exclusive relationship because this is Do a Backflip part 2. Part 1 was about the dating aspect and, how you getting ready for the date, blah, 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 what leads up to the date, how long y'all talking, all that jazz. So now y'all are exclusive. So here's another thing that I think fucks women up sometimes. Like, we could be our own worst enemy. So now y'all are dating exclusively. Y'all are in this relationship. Like, what are your expectations? What do
Meeting
you
mom.
want? Like, what do
No, I
you...
don't want to meet the mom. Mm-mm. You
Okay.
want to meet the mom?
All right. So we've been,
When
and it all depends on how long y'all niggas been dating. If I've been dating and he's exclusive 90 days, for example, 3 months, my expectations would be I would want to meet the family, yeah.
I'll be honest
Me.
with you, when it was 3 months later and he was like, "Oh, I got this event coming up. My mom's gonna be there."
I'm
I
not
was
moving in
not
with you,
ready.
but I'm not moving in with you yet.
I
I'm not
was
planning
not
a marriage
ready.
yet. What's the next thing?
Yeah, I wasn't ready for all of that. When I entered into my relationship, I felt like we need to be together a solid year before I meet your kids, before I meet your mom, before we do all of that, because I wanted to make sure that this was legit. Me and my boyfriend said I love you, I want to say 2 weeks after being in a making it exclusive. But what I like to reiterate when I tell that story is this had been my friend for a year. So it's different. Every scenario is different. So saying I love you that quick was fine because I did love him. He was my friend. That love just transformed into something else. So for me, even though he was my friend and all of that, as a couple, which is a different situation than friends, give me a year before we tie your kids in and we tie your family in because I just want to make sure that this is real because we were talking in a sense of we're going to be together. There's no separation. I'm going to be your wife. You're going to be my husband. And that was something that he was into and agreeing with as well. So let's just take our time. Since we know we're not going anywhere, let's take our time. So I wouldn't say I was in a rush to meet anybody. I just wanted to feel like me. I had and have super high expectations. Like, I'm the girl that's like, I need flowers every fucking week. I need a horse-drawn carriage.
You still want the love.
Right. Like, I still want to date. I still want to feel appreciated. And I want to make you feel special too. Like I said, I'm hopeless romantic. I'm ooey gooey. I ooze romance. Like, I'm a Scorpio. Like, hello. I want Sweet Love by Anita Baker. Like, playing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Like,
do y'all travel dating? Because another expectation would be for me to go out of state, go out of the country with him.
Right. Exactly. Like, those
That's
are
a
the
milestone
things.
too. Because I don't know how you gonna be acting up
right
in Mexico.
Oh, you sure know the answer to that.
Oh, I should never.
So
Damn, I should have said another country. Oh well, it's my podcast. Say what I want.
So yeah, like, yes, I think that those things are important. Traveling together, making sure that like your spouse doesn't fall off, because sometimes when you decide to become exclusive, niggas think like, oh, I got her, I'm done. Like,
That's
no,
a
nigga,
perfect segue
you
to
need
team
to
up.
continue to court and date me. My favorite sign is $. Okay, what I kept saying in that last episode, I don't know what episode it was, but I listened back
What you
and I kept saying. The whole episode, all I'm saying is Birkin pussy. Like, I just could, because I kept listening to the City Girl song, but I couldn't I didn't know the words yet. But
y'all is stupid.
That's me. Like, that's me in a nutshell. Like, I'm gonna reciprocate everything given to me. But I posted the other day, I was like, my dad, like, even though, he jump in and out, but my dad has never in my whole life called me Fatima. It's always been Princess. So why would
Cute.
why would I take less from a nigga? Like, why would I let a nigga treat me any less than princess status?
Right.
So come through with the come through. You gotta come correct.
So let's do some women and men advice. I got so for women, keep y'all relationship going. I got a tip. I host my Christmas parties at, I could say this, Marina Del Rey in the Bronx. They're a catering hall. And shout out to you, Joe. He's so cute. He's one of the event planners, the event managers there. And he said that he's been married to his wife for like 50 years or something like that. And he said the best advice he could give to a woman is always keep your heels on.
Okay.
And I was like, that's cute. And obviously, metaphorically, or whatever words you want to pour it,
honestly,
which is true.
Honestly, I could say that's true tea, Joe. True tea, because
Love you, Joe.
Yeah, I've been there, and I'm not gonna lie. In my relationship, I did get a little lazy.
Right.
I did put on like the love handle rolls, back fat. Like I became the comfort. Like, but you had a baby, I did not, so there's a difference. Like I was just happy. I was just happy. So like I, have kind of let myself. I wouldn't say go, but I definitely think you still want to be, the sex kitten that you were when you guys were just having fun and getting to know each other. And bitches forget that. Like, you still need to suck dick. You still need to, like...
That's true. I had a
birthdays,
conversation.
holidays, like, some stuff you just got to do that you may not want to do. Like,
I had a conversation with my homegirl that she don't suck dick.
My homegirl either, but she be lying. Like, bitch, I know you lying. Like, Chanel, you lying. No. No, she'll tell you herself, I don't suck dick. Bitch, you're lying. Like, for instance, we went to a pleasure party this weekend, and this bitch had all types of lube and nipple sensations and feathers and whips and body this and body that. And
she just might not suck dick. She do everything else.
No, it wasn't her. Another girl. Right. Another girl was showing that, and me and her was texting each other like, because we was at our homegirl.
So what do you do with feathers? Tickle booty hole?
It's a sensation, the skin.
Oh,
it's like, no, not the booty hole. Throw that shit away when you're done, if that's the case. But like, it's, nice to the skin on one side. And that's actually what I bought too. I did actually buy the feathers.
You bought a feather?
It's a feather on one side and it's a whip on the other side. So
you gonna whip your man?
He's not gonna let me do that. But I was gonna surprise him and put like a blindfold and just like real quick.
Gonna be like, bitch.
Light skin, you can't do that.
And see what happens. Just to have a little, a little laugh before we get it in. But yeah, like, you just gotta keep it spicy. So that little tidbit from Joe, I agree.
Keeping our heels on.
She's always dying.
You don't DM me like your fucking friend is crazy. I'm gonna wait for that DM. Like, she just hit me.
she tied me up. You bugs out.
Oh my god!
But that's cute. All right, we keeping our heels on. We are sucking dick. We taking out the whips, the chains. We're continuing to be us, right? We're still keeping up with our self-care.
Oh Lord, y'all bitches with no kids.
Go ahead.
Well,
my heels is in the back of the closet. Dusty.
Bitch, you could get it popping during Sesame Street. Okay. Sit his little ass, pop his little ass down in front of the TV.
He trying to get it in. La 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 la.
That's
bitch.
right. Go in the bathroom.
Going all the way back down.
Go in the bathroom.
La, 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 la.
Go in the bathroom. All right. Pop little baby boo down in his seat. Give him a little whatever his little, what is it? He like the sour raisins. Lay about 10 of them shits out.
He'll eat all 10.
Will. I know he will. He loves them. Lay them shits right out real quick. Like, sometimes you just gotta pop up on your nigga.
We working on it. We working on taking a little romantic.
You do fun.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah, y'all go on couple things
we
and
do cute things. Like, he just took me out on the day our podcast launched, and he was like, "Come on, babe, you deserve. Let's have a fun night. Let's get lit."
Mm-hmm.
So he dragged me out.
That's what we're saying, women. Women, just don't let yourself go too much. We just don't know. Men can be shaky sometimes. They can be hypnotized.
Right.
We gonna get to us.
I'm a shaky motherfucker sometimes.
Like, and we give a lot. Right.
Yeah,
and we give a lot. So it's not just like, don't let yourself go and maintain who you are in your relationship, but also maintain who you are for yourself. You know what I'm
And
saying?
here's our other tip is also respect and let that change happen. If you're evolving as a person and as a woman, because we go through different stages in life, please don't stay behind. Accept that change and accept that evolve and just
The
let it
evolution.
prosper
Evolution,
and let it
yeah, right.
grow. Yeah. Like,
I agree.
mhm.
You know,
Also,
my
ladies, we also have to appreciate our man. Like, I think that's something we can do too. We always expect the man to just give, and give us attention because naturally we just want to be showered with love and affection. Like Fatima said, I'm a Scorpio. I need it. Love me. But we also have to appreciate the little things that the man do.
mm-hmm.
Like we were talking before we started our pre-pro. We were talking about what the hell were we talking about?
Just understanding that, you know,
The
Underappreciated men
underrated.
the
qualities.
underrated qualities of a man, because sometimes we don't give enough like just due or credit when a man, you know, puts a meal together. I remember a friend, we all went out and her nigga had made, and my man was there too, but her man had made like dinner and he like was like he cored out pineapples and put the rice and the shrimp and the steak, and my
Wow.
my nigga was so enamored, like he did that for you, like he and the girl was like, yeah, like okay, and my nigga was like, nah, like he cored a pineapple, and I was sitting there like, shut
Does he
up.
do that all the time that she wasn't like that
I
impressed at
think
the
so.
moment?
From what I gathered from their relationship, he's a really good guy. He's a great father. Like they just got a house. I was watching them put the fucking grass down in the backyard for the
Mm.
babies. He's very handsome. She's very beautiful. Like they just are a cute young couple. They got married at City Hall. They had their second child. So like it's inspiration for me. And she's younger
Yeah.
than me, but I just thought
Mhm.
like that was so dope. But he, from what I was gathering, it seemed like he's a very romantic guy. So she was like, yeah, he courted a pineapple, nigga. So what? You know, but my man was like, wow, that's really great that like he took the initiative to be romantic for you. And I was talking to my homegirls this weekend and I was like, how do you know when someone is like your soulmate or your twin flame? Like, how do you know these things? And they all spoke on what they spoke on about their relationships and how they feel about their man. Because to me, soulmate is a big leap. And even being with somebody for 4 years, I'm like, damn, like forever. Okay, I'm willing to do forever with you, but forever's a long time, so it could be scary. It could be like, "Ooh, am I ready for that?"
Mhm.
But when you sit back and you know the person that you're with, maybe it's not so scary, and that's how I feel about it. And there are things that, of course, in every relationship could be better. My boyfriend isn't the most romantic man; he's just not.
Right.
That's not him. Like, but then I had to sit back and say, okay, but wait. 2 weeks ago, he pulled up to my house and he had like, you know, what is that movie when a nigga pulled up with the boombox? Was it 16
Radio
Candles?
Raheem? Oh no,
No.
Jaleesa.
I'm sorry.
It was white. They was white peoples.
Wasn't it Tom Hanks?
I don't
All
remember,
right,
but
it
he
was one of
pulled
them.
up.
No, it was Freaky Friday. But he was it
No.
wasn't?
No.
No.
It was an old movie like Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
one of them
Yeah, it
movies.
was
And
one
he
of
Freaky
them.
Friday
pulled
did he
up.
was singing to
He might have did it, but that was like a redo. But the original, when the nigga pulled up with the boombox and the
Mhm.
music was playing, my man sort of kind of did that. He pulled up to my house playing Snow. What's her name? Y'all,
Snow Allegra.
No.
Snow
Yeah.
Allegra. And because I love that, I want you around. That song, and he was blasting it, and I was in the window. He just had come to the window. So you gotta remember these
That's that hood
things.
love, y'all.
It's not hood. We is not hood. Me and
Him
him.
outside your
Was
window with a
blasting
Oh,
boombox.
I
Snow
guess. Okay,
Allegra.
fine. I guess, but yeah, like you have to remember those things, because I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm sitting here telling my friends like, oh, he's not romantic, but then it clicked in my head like, oh shit,
In
don't.
his own way, he
Right.
is.
So sometimes you got to appreciate the things that they show you the way they show you it, because women
Mhm.
and men communicate very differently. And what we expect is not always what a guy can give, because he's going to do it the way he knows how.
Yup.
And sometimes, like you were saying, Julie, so sometimes you just got to show them. Like sometimes you could plan a romantic dinner or a massage or this or that. And then it'll give him hints like, oh, that's what she likes. So let me try it next time. Let me do
Right,
it next week.
exactly. I got surprised one time on Christmas because he knows that I love watching YouTube tutorials, bitches doing their makeup and whatever. And I remember I watched a favorites video, And I thought he was just sitting there playing 2K. Come to find out, on Christmas, he done bought me like 10 things that were in that damn video. So it's little, like you were mentioning, just little cues, showing him what you like.
That's Maggie.
Even if you come home, he's running the bath water. I know that's some movie shit, but he's running the bath for you with some rose petals, or he's already making you dinner. The house is already clean. Even some domestic shit. Surprising you, picking you up from work is probably another thing. You usually take the Q69. Now dude's pulled up, ready to take you home. Little things like that. The little underrated qualities and little underrated, what's the word?
Characteristics, or
Things.
just little things that the little things, because I
Appreciate your
think for a
man.
lot
We
of
fucking miss because we
right,
think it's routine and it's really not.
Or
right,
like your man thought, like, she's corking pineapple and she was so wet, nigga. Like,
exactly, you know what I'm
wow.
saying? So it's really the little things. I mean, I'm a little things type girl. I know, like, some people like the grand gestures, but I like when my nigga sends me a song in the middle of the day and be like, yo, this song is fire, I thought about you, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like,
Right.
Or a meme.
or me, right, exactly. And I
That's
have
my
a
man. He be sending me memes.
yeah, like, you know, we laughing at something or whatever the case may be, but like, appreciate those things, and not everything got to be like an Instagram love story. And what you can't get the Birkin, you not Jada Waiter, sorry. So don't make your man feel like that's what the fuck he got to do, because y'all not in that tax
I
bracket.
wouldn't know what to do with a Birkin.
I'm selling it. I don't
Well,
live the.
but I'm saying,
I'm
like,
dead selling it, or if I'm not selling it, I'm keeping it for a couple of years so it can continue to gain value,
Property value,
and then
yeah.
I'm selling it, because what the fuck is I'm doing with a $35,000 bag in Astoria?
I don't know.
Give me
That's
a
why.
$35,000 house, not in New York City, because that won't be
Right.
shit. But you
Toward the
know,
house is what
right?
she
Like, put it
meant.
towards something. Put it towards a nice car, a business, and that's the shit that I like. I love, like, now in my relationship, I love that my man teaches me things and business loans and finance, because that's my first. Let me stop. I was going to say my first love is money. It's not. My first love is Jesus, but money is in my
Praise
top
the Lord.
5. I love to make money and find out ways to make money. I want as many businesses as my hands can touch, and hopefully they're all successful. So being with somebody that understands that and wants to do that with me is a really big deal. So I feel like, for being in a relationship, I think that you have to know your mate. Know what your man brings to the table, know what you bring to the table, and match that up. Because honestly, a partnership is, if you lack, I'm right there. What I lack, you right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a partnership for a reason.
Yep.
That's another underrated quality. Them promoting you, or them supporting you in all of your hopes and your dreams. It could just be, like you said, offering career advice, or it could be helping you invest. It could be paying for you to go to a class to learn something. Taking you to Michael's if you a crafter, and taking you on a spree. Little things like that they pay attention to, and that they're helping you just be the person that you are, achieving your goals, helping you be your best self, and hopefully y'all are doing that vice versa.
Exactly. You just want to make sure that y'all compliment one another. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, relationships are supposed to be." No, I'm sorry. I'm not in a relationship to be stressed out. I don't want to be with a nigga that get on my nerves, and I mean, he gonna get on your nerves. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want
Y'all
to
are growing,
argue every
learning.
day. I don't want to be at, I don't want my house in discord and stuff like
Nah.
that. There's a reason why they say, when you get into a relationship with somebody and you feel it's headed towards a future, make sure that y'all are equally yoked. Make sure that y'all compliment one another, because you don't want to head into the future unsure and like, oh, we can make this work, or we can fix this, because at the end of the day, like, sometimes your partner may not even give a fuck about what you think y'all need to fix. So y'all have to have communication. So
Just have a solid foundation
exactly.
and work
Yeah.
up from there. Like, no
So,
turning back.
right.
Because if it's broken when it starts, it's gonna stay broken.
Right.
Yep,
So,
fix it
like, I
up.
know, like Jaleesa said, her bit of advice is, stay sexy. Shanae, your advice
Evolution.
was, continue to evolve. My suggestion would be to be as open and honest with your partner as possible. Try to do that from the jump. If you want kid, like I never understood like how people get like they like 10 years in and they arguing about wanting a baby and not want a baby. I didn't talk about that like 3 dates in. You want kids? You got kids? You want more kids? I don't
Right.
understand that. So I feel like communication is key. Do y'all want to like have kids? Do y'all want to stay in the city that you live in? Do y'all want to travel? Does he, give a fuck about how you dress and certain, what you
So we got to
post?
figure that out before we exclusive.
No, it's not even about before, but it's about continuously. So my bit of advice basically is continue to communicate. I think that communication and comprehension go hand in hand in order to make a successful relationship. I could talk until I'm blue in the face, but if my nigga don't get what I'm saying, what's the point? So continuing to speak to one another respectfully, let your guard down, which I know could be hard, but if you're in an exclusive relationship, you should be able to be vulnerable with that person.
Exactly.
Put your pride and ego to the side and have real grown-up conversation, because you find out, one, mental stimulation can be better than sexual stimulation in some
I agree,
cases.
yeah.
So if that motherfucker is stimulating your mind and you stimulating his, y'all sex about to be real fucking bomb. I'm just telling you. I'm from experience, okay?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
continue to have conversations even as years and years go by, because like Shanae said, people change. Who you are at 21 to 25 to 30 to 35 is 4 different people. So when you're in a relationship and you're changing and that person's changing, you want to make sure that y'all still
Yeah,
on the
keeping
same
up.
page. Do we still want the same things? Are you still interested in this and that? So or something you may not
And don't
like.
be afraid to readjust your goals, short-term goals, long-term goals,
Right.
marriage goals,
Mm-hmm.
separate your own personal goals. Like,
Yeah.
just do what you need to do. I say the same thing every podcast. Do what you need to do just to make your relationship successful, happy, healthy. And remember, like me, when you have children, you're gonna reflect those characteristics onto
That's
your
gonna be part
children. So
3. We're gonna do a part 3
okay.
because I think
We're gonna
that
have to, because we didn't even get into, because what you just said, a lot of women don't agree with that, like changing who you are for your relationship, or compromising who you are, where you want to go to
but
make a
that's you just
relationship
said it. But
work.
you just said it. It's not changing who you are. It's
Compromise. Okay.
compromise. Because you have to compromise in a lot of situations. Most of us have to compromise in our careers. We have to compromise with our friendships sometimes. You
And
have to
that's
meet somebody
something real that you need
halfway.
That
to
is,
do.
yeah, that's a
Like, you
real
cannot be in a
conversation.
relationship and think that it's 100% your
Yeah.
way. You'll get nowhere with anyone. Even if you find your soulmate and your twin flame and you not willing to do the work to help them meet them halfway, fuck it. There's no point. Stay single.
So if you had a bomb ass job that required you to stay in the city, and he wants to move to Florida,
Because of what?
Right, it got to be
It
a
can't
reason,
just be
because
like,
if
let's go to
I'm making
Florida.
for his bomb ass job.
let's just say we live in, which we do, we live in New York City, right? My job is offering me 75 to 100K a year to work in the city and whatever, with whatever I'm doing. And he's like, well, babe, I'm tired of being here. I want to go to Florida. I want a house with a backyard and a pool and a this and a
Beautiful
that.
weather.
Okay, well, guess what? Maybe we can move to Connecticut where I can, you know what I'm saying, where I could commute. He can still have a pool, he can still have a house. Yeah, the only thing you lacking is the weather. Is he willing to compromise with me for this 100K that I'm about to bring home, whatever, plus whatever he's bringing in? Are we willing to have a good life, a sustainable, comfortable life, but you just don't have hot, sunny weather, which means nothing, because if I'm making all this money, we can fly whenever we want to fly, nigga. You wanna feel the heat on your face? Book the ticket. Delta, we coming after Corona.
Yeah, after Corona, y'all traveling out. I don't know. Y'all
Yeah,
bugging.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Because the new hot spot is Tulum. We gonna talk about that in our hot topic / Grim Talk / Did You Hear? Because we trying to figure out names. I came up with that
Yeah.
on the way here.
Slash.
We can name it all that / because I was thinking Graham. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right.
that
So
shit.
just to wrap up this topic here. So part 2 of Do a Backflip, there will be a part 3 where we dive more into like the family aspect. Shanae could speak on her experience being a mom and also being in a relationship, trying to maintain
term.
and balance that. Okay. So if you're not following what we're doing here, part one was Jaleesa dating, getting to know the question. Part two was me in the relationship, what you're doing, staying sexy, having communication, talking with one another. Part three, as I mentioned, will be more about the family aspect. The babies is coming, and the marriage is coming, and the families
Meeting
are
the damn family,
involved.
yeah.
Exactly, the families involved, and how to navigate all of that. So yeah, so we're gonna, get into part three with everything that I just mentioned. But now we're gonna leave y'all with another little hanger. So now you're in this relationship, you're happy, you're sexing, all right, you're having a good time, everything is what it needs to be.
Wait, I got a joke.
What?
We gonna be like Jocelyn in the studio with Stevie. I'm pregnant.
No, I hope not. I hope the fuck
She said,
not.
"Who baby is this?" She
But
was thinking
now,
you.
right? She was in a bathroom too, in a public stall, peeing on. Let me
She's
stop.
dirty.
I'm
He carried that pee
in his
stick to Mimi
pocket.
throughout
Oh my
15 episodes.
gosh,
He had the pee stick.
he's a Scorpio too. Toxic AF.
There's a bunch of Scorpios
Drake,
out here.
Future.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So okay, so you've now gotten your question answered. Y'all are together. Y'all are enjoying the aspects of being exclusive in a relationship. Maybe you've even said "I love you" by now. When
I
do
love you
we
too.
start? Are we planning babies? Are we planning engagements? Is that something that you let happen organically? Because I got a friend of a friend of a friend who forced her engagement. Or, I know girlfriends that he better propose. Like, women, we put a lot of pressure on a motherfucker once we fall in love because we're planning the wedding.
We been planned that wedding.
We planned the
Yeah.
wedding on the first day when I was sitting there sipping soup.
Yup.
So,
Listen, go back to do a backflip.
go
Episode
back
one.
to do a back.
I was like, I break plan my wedding first date.
Exactly. So, at what point are you, if you bring it up at all, trying to find out what's finna happen? Like, is we doing this? Are we getting married? When? I
Right.
want to know.
Are we allowed to ask? Because this new vibe is we vibe. No, I want to walk down.
I'm nosy.
Right. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into it in episode 3.
I'm an organic type of girl. I don't want to know. Let it happen on its own.
Bitch.
I mean, if it's brought up and it's brought to my attention, then yeah, I want to know.
I'm
But
the same way. Like, I want it to happen on its own, but I still like, nigga, how you feel?
not for nothing. And that's see, this is when you should have mentioned the Chrissy, and Jim Jones.
Because she was tired of waiting for him. So she planned a whole engagement. And the mother was, there's an engagement going on.
So
you know that. Everybody knows that episode.
So here's my right.
And
So
she was, he accepted and then gave it back.
they're still not married. But then you look at Love and Hip Hop from, I guess, last year. He was ready to get married, and she was like, no.
Right.
So
she flew to Miami with Emily B and all of them, and he came back and she was, I'm not ready.
I'm
for
good.
that.
Some nosy hoes.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, at what point is waiting too long? At what point is it like, nigga, we've been doing this for 7 years?
No, at what point is the bitch taking it upon herself to
Never.
engage? Exactly.
I would never get.
Never.
Bitch, I would sweep the beach before I would get on bended knee.
You had that custodian broom.
Basically,
that long fucking
I would
shit.
sweep the motherfucking beach before I would sit there and propose to a nigga. Sorry. And as much as I love him, and I guess that's my pride speaking, but I would never. That's a man's even to take that away from a man, like it just makes the momentum of it all.
We do everything else. I don't
like I'm not taking that. No, you propose to me. Like you make me your wife. I'm worth it. And if not, then do you move on? Do you be like, okay? Because not for nothing, Shanae, you dead hit my phone. Do you remember? And was like, if he doesn't propose, and I was like, chill, well, like, let the nigga grow. You don't remember that?
I don't know. See, bitches.
So yeah, so
I'm playing Zed, y'all.
We will
Like
get
a dog.
into that Are you a girl who will propose? Are you not? Are you waiting for it to happen? Because I know I'm waiting for it. Okay, I don't know my ring size. We gonna have to find that out, Shanae and Julissa. But let me lose weight first. 'Cause I got sausage fingers right now.
Yeah, we gotta lose mad weight, y'all.
I gotta lose
Let's see
weight.
how
Your
much weight
ring
we
finger
at.
size is cheese doodle.
Exactly, cheese doodle.
Ring pop. No, even
Mhm.
them shits be mad tight.
They sure fucking do.
You put a ring pop to bend.
Right.
Oh Lord.
So
All
yeah.
right, we out of here. We love y'all.
Wait, I told my man that's the size fucking ring. So he better be saving up right now.
What?
Counting them coins. A ring pop.
Oh.
My finger better be all the way dent down.
Oh, the size
When
of the
bitches
ring.
act,
Oh.
let
See,
me see your ring.
I'm fine.
My fucking finger better be.
I'm fine with like
I want a 3 carat.
2 carat starter because I want every like 5 years I want to upgrade. Add a
Oh,
diamond
okay.
on that bitch. So I'm trying to trick him into like, oh, just give me a 2 point. Da 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 da. So in 5 years I could be like, babe, well, come
Let's
on. I need
upgrade
my extra diamond and then add a fucking I was about to say safari. Bitches is ghetto. Anyway, sapphire. Anyway, so yes, we will jump into that on part 3 of Do a Backflip. We love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. We see y'all soon.
Don't be engaged to these
Later.
niggas. Bye.